Good morning and welcome to the program. Security, global security and regional has been the focus of the Prime Minister's visit to the United States, and it's continued to be so in Hawaii this morning. Let's show you the pictures. The PM paid a visit to the Pacific Command. He met with Commander, the Admiral, Harry Harris. Now, you'll remember this is the individual last year who in Canberra gave a speech and described the Chinese activity in the South China Sea as building a great wall of sand, and it generated a lot of media coverage at the time and reaction in China. But this individual and his fleet, some 5 battle groups in terms of aircraft carriers that he's got at his disposal, hundreds of aircraft at that Pacific Command. In fact, it's the greatest concentration of US military hardware anywhere in the world, and he's on the front line at Pacific Command if there is any clash in the South China Sea. So that was the backdrop for Malcolm Turnbull's visit there, and also this morning some interesting comments made by the Shadow Defence Minister, Stephen Conroy, about Australia playing a greater role in pursuing and guaranteeing freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. So a lot to talk about this morning with our panel. We've got the Assistant Minister to the Prime Minister, Alan Tudge, and also Labor frontbencher Nick Champion. Gentlemen, good morning to you both. Alan Tudge, I'm interested in your thoughts on Stephen Conroy's comments when it comes his opinion piece in the Australian today about the freedom of navigation, that Malcolm Turnbull's long on rhetoric but not so strong on action. What do you make of that?
Well, Malcolm Turnbull's just capped off a very important visit to the United States, and he stopped in at Honolulu on the way home, as you just saw. And he's not only got the right tone in terms of his language, but he's also developing relationships, putting in place important measures such as agreements to have greater cooperation on cyber security, which is of course so important in our challenge against Islamic extremism. So Malcolm Turnbull, I think, has done a very good job in his trip overseas. He's absolutely on the front line with the United States in the fight against ISIS. As you know, we're the second biggest contributor in the theatre over there in Iraq, and overall we've got a very, very strong focus on that, led by the Prime Minister.